A few weeks ago, I had the misfortune of listening to a video. Okay, so I try to go around this real carefully. It's the wife of old Batty Eyes, okay? If you don't know who that is, don't worry about it, doesn't matter to you. I played the video for one person, you're sitting there, you heard it, where she basically says that Jesus Christ was just a man, and only a man, until he was baptized by John, and the Spirit descended on him, and then at that point he became God-man. That is an incredible blasphemy coming out of the mouth of the wife of this popular minister who doesn't really preach the Bible anyway, but that shows you that that little slide in what I just said is enough to destroy the complete understanding of who Jesus Christ both was and is. That being said, he was all man and all God at the same time. And no, for stupid people, sorry, I just have to say it, but for stupid people that would say that when the Spirit descended, he became filled with God's Spirit and therefore identified with God, that is about the dumbest thing. Anybody, any serious student of the Bible is going to know that the reason why he asked John the Baptist, "No, John, you baptize me," was again to identify with our sinning person. He didn't need to be baptized. He didn't need that event for the Spirit to descend on him like a dove. That was a public display, probably more for the benefit of John, but its embodiment shows you that he identified with us right down, if you want to call it, to the last minute on the cross when all the sin of the world was laid upon him. But make no mistake, there was never a time when Jesus was just only a man and only human. Otherwise, the incarnation itself is a lie. Think about it. So you have to be careful about what you expose your eardrums to. Something as subtle as what I just said, somebody may say, well, what's the big deal? Well, the big deal is that you don't believe that God sent his only begotten Son. That doctrine I just quoted from somebody else tells me they don't understand the doctrine of the incarnation, which, if it is not understood properly, tells me that they could never understand what the sign of the fulfillment of the law would be in Christ. And that points you back to the resurrection. If Christ is not raised, our faith is vain. We're probably the most pitiful of all human beings if that event didn't happen. So it's very important when we talk about theological understanding. I don't expect every person in the sound of my voice to be a theologian with all of the $3 million words that are usually tossed around in theology, but I do expect that people would come to some solid points in their understanding that would basically eliminate some of the garbage that is peddled under the banner of Christianity. Now, very probably basic tenet of our faith, as I said, Christianity 101, is all man and all God at the same time.
Come into this house, magnify the Lord, lift up holy hands, our hearts in one accord, worship and bow down before him, exalt his name today. Come into this house,